Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, coming to you from the site of the Brea Tar Pits, a very unusual, let's just call it an attraction here in Los Angeles, California. Tar bubbling up from the ground in the middle of a city. Now I have stood at this premises before. I have just touched the tip of the iceberg, if you will, but I have never dug deep down the rabbit hole and showed the detailed insides of the museum and what this place has to offer. I want to do that today. Join me, shall you? Hidden trap. See how leaves and twigs conceal the tar's sticky surface. One false step and this hidden trap could be your demise. Just look under the surface of those leaves. That's tar down there. A 1914 photo shows this gentleman looking deep down into it. Actually, it says deep down there. A mammoth find. How did 27 Colombian mammoths fit in this small pit? That's a good question. How the heck did they? Project 23 happens behind this enclosed gate, off limits to the public. There's some photos of some of the recent fossil finds. A few crates over there. I wonder what's inside those. Oh, here we go. This explains it. Each wooden crate before you contains fossils that were found a few hundred yards from here during parking lot construction. And there are some animated examples of how they went about excavating them. And they're just behind this fence. Already starting to get down into the slickness. This is a little slicker than it looks. One of those are my feet prints. I kind of slid across. It's not regular dirt or mud. It's a lot slicker than it looks. Hit 3 and 4. It's almost like a mosquito netting down in here. It almost looks like a reptile or a snake there on the ground. That's weird. Has its own little camping tent set up, and behind it, just to the right, is a big pool of tar. No two pits are alike. Starts off with underground pressure, then asphalt oozes upward, active seeps form surface pools, and lastly gas bubbles. Check that out. Even in modern age today, there's some air pockets, some bubbles of tar popping up towards the surface. Be very, oh, there it goes. You gotta be patient. It doesn't happen often. There's some statues built out here. Give you the ambiance, the experience of what it was like, you know, way back in the day. Oh. I just missed one over there. You can see the remnants. Oh, oh! There was another one. Pretty cool. So interesting how this is all happening next to a main thoroughfare. You see the traffic over there just driving by at normal speed, as if nothing was happening off to their side. Pay no attention to the tar coming out of the ground or the air bubbles protruding out of the floor of the earth. The museum opened in 1977, but it dates back even farther than that. In 1875, the first fossil confirmation was found, and the photograph you're looking at is what we're standing in front of at the moment. This is the goo glossary. What is the odor I'm smelling? The rotten egg odor is hydrogen sulfide. And what is the goo made of? The tar is asphalt, the lowest grade of crude oil. Asphalt is left over after crude oil's lighter elements like kerosene have evaporated. You can really see it good from this angle. little zoom in there. Something you don't see every day. There's certain parts of the country you can't stand out in an open field and see this. Back in 1968, they drove these gigantic reproductions down the freeway. Here they are. Been hanging out here for decades and decades. Look at this little guy. This little guy down here. What's happening? You're a cute one. You haven't grown since the late 60s. Maybe this tar is a makeshift fountain of youth. About to head inside the museum now. First thing you're graced with is these two. They're being friendly. Hopefully that's a friendly tussle. George C. Page. His name graces the awning.
Sloth paw.
A sloth paw.
Uh-huh.
I've heard of a southpaw. I've never heard of a sloth paw.
Well, that's a sloth. And it is a paw from a sloth.
Nice.
This is a copy. This is not a real one.
Yeah.
But it gives you an idea how big
that's
it
huge.
really is. Mm-hmm.
And this is part of a sloth also?
That is, and that is real.
And what part of the sloth is that?
That is the femur.
Just to keep him standing strong, there's these strings, well, they're like metal ropes holding him up. I'm sure it's very heavy, probably heavier than you would think it would be. Discover what it's like to be trapped in tar. They want me to grab the handle. You look down in there. All right, I'm gonna grab the handle. Oh yeah, I'm trying to pull it out, and it's like, oh my goodness, that is very difficult to turn. Try it with the other hand. Okay, this is a little looser, but oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is like, yeah, it's a lot of restriction here. A lot of restriction. American Mastodon was the last survivor of a primitive group of animals that were ancestors of the elephant. And there they are. The Mastodons. I've heard of you. You can see the adult. The tusks come way out. Where the infant, or the younger version, he has teeny tiny tusks. Just the older you get, the bigger your tusks grow. How cool is that? Didn't realize that certain camels went extinct, but this one did. Its head was larger, its limbs were longer, and joints knobbier than the modern camel. His head is way up there. That's a camel. And here is its jaw. That's the extinct camel's jaw. And another piece there, but this has a piece of plant fragment. You can see the little designating arrow showing where the piece of plant was. Ooh, California, a saber tooth. Look at those teeth. An antique bison? I would have guessed that was a bison. How old does something have to be designated an antique bison? This is the full torso and body of the saber tooth, and the jaw muscles there. There's the brain. Is that the brain? Yeah, I think that's supposed to represent the brain and the different colors. The blue is for smelling. The yellow is for feeling. It shows the different sensory organs of the brain. A dwarf pronged antelope. I mean, that little guy's cute. But seeing just the insides of his face, not so cute. This little guy is known as a dung beetle. Imagine if you went to like flush your toilet and not only was, you know, what normally is in a commode was there, but also one of these dung beetles hanging out. Ugh, gross. Columbian mammoth's left tusk. This guy's name is Zed. He has been named Zed. Zed's I have to. Zed's dead. States here that he was found during construction of an underground parking lot on the west side of Hancock Park, which is the premises that this museum is located on. You can see that someone has inscribed the word mammoth tusk. Well, they have scratched out the T, but it says mammoth usk. The Shasta ground sloth. I'm not 100% sure what the Shasta refers to. First thing I think of is the soda beverage, and there's nothing stating on the inscription why it got the name Shasta. Small ground sloth had a tubular-shaped snout and fewer teeth than the large sloths. I wonder if he lost his teeth because he drank too much Shasta. If this still had its flesh and meat on it, it would be 15,000 pounds. Imagine that thing just like charging towards you. It'd be quite the sight. Standing 12 feet tall. If you look closely, you can see where his teeth are, or were, right up there. Get down in the nooks and crannies of his mouth. Almost looks like the bottom of astronauts' feet wear. Wow. Notice how they're bent around. I guess they got so long. Similar to fingernails. You ever see the photos of people who grow their fingernails out really long? They start to twist and turn. I guess tusks are also kind of fall into that category. This section designates birds. You can see the vulture feeding its youth. And they also, behind this is pretty cool. They have, you know, the artistic renderings, and it shows you the wingspan of what each of these creatures look like, you know, in real life, and then their skeleton in front. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this one. That's a neat way to definitely display and show what they used to look like. Lots of friendship happening on this little mural. Oh, everyone's friends here. Like, you know, they're playing a game of tag. They're playing a little game of tag there. You know, he's just hanging around. He hasn't seen him in a while. He just wanted to say, hey, how's it going? Long time no see, buddy. They're all friends here. One could say friendship is part of the circle of life. Dun, 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 dun. These wolves are in a single file line. This one's charging rather intently. I think there might have been a couple here in front of their painted counterparts, but they've either been removed or they have escaped. Ooh. You okay, buddy? You all right? He looks cold. He looks sick. Oh my gosh, he doesn't look healthy. So many of these wolf heads, 15 high, nearly 20 across. You do the math, that's a heck of a lot of wolf heads. They look all similar, but they're probably different in their own ways. It's a strange exhibit, just a wall of wolf heads. Here's an aerial view of the museum. Right down inside there currently. I entered through here, and now I'm somewhere. Oh no, there's a little internal, like a veranda. I think I'm back down in here somewhere at the moment. I wonder if I can go into there. That'd be cool. Oh. There's the mammoth stuck in the tar. Known as the American lion, this feline was closely related to the living jaguar. He's staring at me. It's like mean mugging me. Part of a carnivore skull taken from box 13 at Project 27. Oh, look at that. That's all broken up. At this station, we are conducting repair and conservation work on fossil specimens by means of an adhesive called Polaroid B72. I'm trying to match up turtle shell fragments from a tar pit Project 23. These fossil shells are 30,000 years old. The inner workings of a museum. It's not just displays. It's an active, working paleontologist lab. Oh my goodness, what the heck is going on over here? This animatronic is simulating this tiger just going to town on the sloth. Don't let him get the best of you, sloth. He's almost got his fangs in him. Kind of scary. A lot of children coming through here on little tours and school trips. This is kind of scary. I mean, if I was a kid and I saw this tiger mowing down on a sloth's noggin, that'd be like nightmare fuel. An entire family. This is an entire saber-toothed cat family. I think we have a stare down going on. Eye contact has been made. I don't know what's happening here. Perched up on the top of that limb. Yeah, he just perched up there. I don't know who's trying to get to who. Is he trying to get to her? Or she trying to get to him? The mysteries of science. You know, those relics are in a chunk of ice right there. At least I think that's what that's supposed to simulate. I'm going to attempt to go outside now. I think I can go out here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, wait. Yeah. It is accessible. Feels like it's outside, but in fact, it's indoors. It's an atrium. Simulates being outside, but the elements do not get to you. There is a roof. Kind of reminds me, feels like I'm in the Biodome. Or Pauly Shore or Stephen Baldwin, or even Tenacious D, which is the first time I ever saw them, was in that film. Or around here anywhere. It's similar to this. I'm inside Biodome. Of course, as most places have, there is a gift shop. They have box water for sale. Seems like box water is starting to take over. I guess it's healthier than what is contained inside plastic or cans. Or you could just put your water in one of these. As you're shopping, you can look out the window at the fish that are feeding out there. And if you want to party down, you got some shot glasses, if that's your forte. Of course, the sloths are just sitting around. Get to moving, guys. Come on, you'll feel a lot better if you just start becoming active. He wants to go for a walk. You want to go for a walk? Well, I'm doing the walking. He has the easy way out. Just dangles around. Isn't that? It must be ambidextrous, or not ambidextrous. What's the word? Where you can like bend backwards. Ambidextrous? No, that's double jointed. It's double jointed. Look at the way he's hanging around my neck. I can never do that. I would get an arm cramp. The circle of life. No, get away from him. The circle of life. The circle of. Get out of here. Get out of here. I know I gotta be in here. Gotta be in here somewhere. I'm getting closer. Ooh. Willow. I'm in the A's. Gotta be here. Oh, there it is. Nice. Focus. That's better. Back outside now, and I'm just noticing at the top of that grassy hill appears to be stairs. I think you can look down into the atrium. I gotta go check that out. The admission to the museum is $15. There are some other experiences that you can pay extra, 3D show, but basic admission, $15. To walk on the property, however, everyone in the background is looking down into, you know, the lake of tar pits. That's all free, so you can come out here, wander around, but if you want to go in the museum, it's just under $20. All right, made it to the top. Yeah, this is awesome. It looks as if I was moderately, kinda sorta incorrect what I was saying earlier. It's not enclosed. As you can see, I was down there where that couple is walking, thinking that it was all enclosed, when in reality it's open air. The elements can get in. Now from above, there is a roof, so you won't get rained on. Wait, no, I'm wrong. I am completely incorrect. There is no roof. There's no glass up there. I was fooled. My eyes played tricks on me. It's completely open to the elements. I've been wrong before, and I will be wrong again. I see you down there. I see you down there. Now you're trying to hide. You can't hide. Hiding in the shadows. See that koi fish? It's like a chameleon. He doesn't want to be in the sun, he's hiding in the shade, but he's down there. I really like it here. This section is also free, so if you can find a place to park nearby, you can just wander up here, stand on that overlook over there, and look down into the greenery, hear the waterfall. Perfect for photo opportunities. Whoa, I think that kid just fell. I think that little kid just about fell on the rocks. Certain areas are blocked off, but others, there is tar coming out of just normal spots. They have placed these cones over the top just so you don't trip on it. There's some more there. It's just a big pile of tar coming out of the ground. And sometimes people will pick it up with a stick and they'll wipe it on the side of things, like this tree. You can see it smeared all down the side of the tree. This one as well. This bust has been erected for Captain G. Allan Hancock, and the land that all this is on is known as Hancock Park, named after this guy. Oh, I'm just now noticing he even has a little piece of wax festooning from his nose. I thought his nose was running. Someone has smeared wax on his face. I'm sorry, buddy. I apologize for people's thought process. I also realize I referred to the mucus emulation as wax and not tar. Is it the same thing? No. I don't think it's the same thing. Please do not wade in the stream. I would recommend following those rules because that is not the most crystal clear water. Entering Pit 91, which is a historic excavation site. The treacherous goo. Oh wow, there's a ladder you can climb down into that sticky mess. It almost looks like an elevator as well. Yeah, you climb the ladder into the elevator and then that makeshift, I guess that's an elevator, goes down deep into the ground. Appears to be some, oh yeah, there's some relics in there. Look closely, there's some bones and relics just floating around in that goo. Over off to the side, you can see some of the tools of the trade. There's a shovel, yeah, a bunch of shovels, a pickaxe. What are we finding here at Pit 91? A sloth, a direwolf, a western horse, and a saber-toothed cat. I guess that's what's down there. Remnants of all four of those animals. That's gonna do it for today from Los Angeles, California, the Brea Tar Pits. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It only takes a moment to reach over, tap the thumbs up icon. It lets me know you care. If you are new here, if this is the first time that you have stumbled on one of my videos, please subscribe now. By doing so, helps keep you up to date on future endeavors and projects and uploads on this channel. If you would like this particular or a similar Adam the Woo t-shirt, I'll put a link in the description box to my Spreadshirt. Get yourself shipped one directly to your door, any size, any shape, any color. Adam the Woo on Spreadshirt. Link for that can be found down below, as well as to my Patreon, where you can help fuel the woo. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.